Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me video on the look that I am wearing right now. I use so many amazing products. I use the Natasha Denona Glam face palette, and this is in the dark shade, and I used my blush from here, my highlight, and my eye look is using these eyeshadows. So really nice look. I really like it. It is like a bronzy halo sparkly eye, yet very simple and not too dramatic. If you are new here and you love all things girly, beauty, fragrance, body care, self-care, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on future uploads. And with that said, if you want to see how I achieve this look, then just keep on watching. I usually do get ready with me's with voiceovers, but my husband just took my little one for a little lunch date. So I have the house just quiet, all to myself. So I figured I can get ready with you guys. Let's have some girl time. You can get ready with me. So the first thing I'm going to put on is some lip oil. I recently have been really loving the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil. It feels just like the Dior ones for way less. So I have it in the shade Pink Quartz. Feels amazing on the lips. Love this. All right, so how are you guys doing? I hope that you guys are doing great. I have been going through so much lately. I feel like I can't catch a break. I recently have been having like digestive problems and just little things that I have been going to the doctor for. And me being like the researcher that I am, I was reading that probiotics are good for helping your digestive system and all of that. So I started taking a probiotic, and when I tell you, it messed me up so bad. It made me break out. Like I have a massive breakout that I have not gotten in a while. I always get little breakouts here and there, but this is wild. I have like so many of those that hurt, like the cystic acne. I have it on my chin. I have it everywhere. I have just been trying to get that under control. I stopped taking the probiotic maybe like 4 days ago, so I'm slowly starting to feel better, but that was wild. I did not like that. Like my stomach was upset. It was horrible, and it was the brand Garden of Life. So if anyone had like a similar experience, or if you have any recommendations, let me know. But I'm honestly scared to even try any other ones because that was intense. So for my brows, I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty brow gel. I recently had been using this Urban Decay one, which I really am loving, and I still recommend it. But the other day I decided to put this one on, and I just forgot how freaking amazing this is. For the sale, I think I'm gonna pick up 2 of these just to have them as backups. And I've never done that with a brow gel. Definitely, I think my favorite brow gel ever. I forgot to mention it in my Sephora recommendations, but this is definitely one that, look at the way that it just like holds the brows really fast. I have very stubborn brows, and this just has no problems with them. So this is what I use first to kind of groom them, because my brows are just, they're not my favorite. I don't have like a nice shape, and they're very stubborn, and they don't like to, for me to get them to lay flat, it has to be like an amazing brow gel. I can't just use any brow gel. So this one is super duper impressive. So yeah, I have been struggling with my cycle pretty much. That's kind of what I have going on right now, and we're trying to kind of get to like the bottom of what it is. I had a CT scan done, but now my doctor wants to do an ultrasound, so I have an ultrasound coming up. I also have to go get some blood work done, but the cyst that they found when they did the CT scan was 4 centimeters, and I looked it up on Google, and it says that that's pretty big for a cyst. So they're trying to figure out if it's those cysts that come and go, or if it's just there. Like, so that's what we're going to be checking. But I just have like a really hard time with my cycle and PMS and energy. Ever since I had my 3rd daughter is when things kind of just went downhill for me. Like, just very hard to balance my hormones. Like, I don't even know what's going on. So I'm going to take a makeup wipe, and I just like to rub right underneath just to get any gel before I put concealer, because if not, the concealer will cling onto that and it will look pretty bad. It's happened to me before. So I just kind of clean it out as best as I can. So I am filming a sponsorship today after this video, which I have been super thankful to get a few sponsorships that I'm very happy about. So yeah, I've been working a lot on those. That's what I'm gonna be doing today. So I'm kind of filming in the middle of the week, which I never like to do. I feel like I haven't had enough time for anything. So now I'm cleaning up my brows. I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Maroon Glaze. I used to use Café con Leche, but that one looked way too bright under my brows. So this one is a little bit closer to my skin tone. So I kind of just clean up and map out the shape that I want. So my husband left work early today, so he came and picked up Penelope, which is my 4-year-old. I don't like to film when she's here with me because I just feel bad. So he picked her up and he took her to go have lunch together. So that worked out perfect for me. So now I take any fluffy brush and I just start blending that out. And this really gives you like a guide to what shape you like with your brows before you start filling them in. That way you don't overfill or anything like that. It just comes out perfect. Okay, so I'm going to be using this ink stain from Urban Decay. This is the Brow Blade, and I have it in the shade Cool Cookie. This also has a pencil on one side, but I've only been using the pen. And I'm just gonna do little hair-like strokes wherever my brow needs it. I am loving this pen so much because the shade is like a cool shade because I do have black hair. So most of the time, some pens just look way too reddish brown for me. And I hate how that looks. But then I don't like to get black for my brows because then I feel like it looks way too harsh. So this is the perfect shade. The last step that I like to take for my brows is using this Refi brow gel. I hated this when I first got it, and now it's like I can't live without it. So it has like this little ball applicator, and I just brush it through my brows, and it adds like this tint and separates them, and it just gives it like this finishing touch that I really like. Okay, so brows are done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm using the Rare Beauty Weightless Primer, eyeshadow primer. I love this one, but I am missing my one size concealer that I always use because that one really just like covers up everything. Like it really gives a blank canvas to the eyes. This one's nice though because this one I feel like it is like moisturizing around the eyes, yet it is a nice base for your eyeshadow. So this one's nice and my eyeshadow does stay on with it. So now I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona Glam face palette. I haven't reached for this in so long, so I just want to do something with this, which obviously we're gonna go for like a bronzy eye look. So I usually like to take my MAC 224 brush, which I'm in desperate need for a new one. I've had this, I think, since like high school. And I'm 33 years old. So like it's starting to shed already. It's on its last leg. Like it just can't take it anymore. But this is like my favorite brush to kind of get like that transition shade before I go in with any other shade. The only thing I don't like too much about this palette is that there's really no transition shade here, at least for me. Because this palette is perfect for deeper skin tones because they will work fantastic for you. But I would need kind of like a bronzer or something, so I'm probably just gonna go in with the bronzer I'm gonna use from Give Beauty just to start off with that. So I'm gonna take the bronzer and I'm gonna put this all over my crease first. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just wanted to get ready with you guys because I had the opportunity. So I'm starting off with this. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it all over the crease, and I'm pretty messy with this. I'm just adding like that initial warmth to the eye. I haven't done a halo eye in a while, so I think I'm gonna do that today. So I'm going to start off with this shade right here, and I'm going to use a smaller brush so that I can have more control on where I'm gonna put this. So I'm going to start off right on this outer corner and keep it on the lid. And then I'm also going to put some on the inner corner. I like to tilt my head back a little bit so that I can see exactly where I want that shadow to go without getting any creases, because my eyelid literally creases right there. So first I'm kind of like placing the shadows where I want the most color. And then I'm going to take just like a fluffy brush, and I'm going to start kind of blending it out into that other shade that I applied so that there are no harsh edges. So now I'm going to take a deeper brown, which is this one right here. I'm going to use the deepest brown, and I'm going to take that same small brush, and now I'm going to really keep this right on the lid. And again, just kind of placing it before we do any blending. Okay, so I placed both of those shades. Now I'm going to take this brush again and start blending again. So you guys, I was so late to the Love is Blind. I have never watched any of the seasons. I don't know why. I just didn't feel like I wanted to watch that show. And I have been hearing so much about this last season. So I was with my husband and we were just kind of like bored. We didn't know what to watch. And then I was like, let's try Love is Blind. He didn't know what the heck it was. So when it first started, he was like, babe. He thought he wasn't going to like it. And when I tell you we are hooked, we just finished, so we just have to watch the reunion. But like, what the fuck? That was crazy. I was rooting for Clay and AD. So that right there just like shocked the crap out of me. They looked really cute together. And then Chelsea and what was his name? Was it Jimmy? I kind of saw that like from a mile away. To me, she was just a little too much. Like way too clingy. I kind of agree with him on that. If any of you guys are watching it, let me know what you think of that. I want to start working with the shimmery shades. So first I'm going to lay this one down, and I might put this one on top of that one. But I want to see how that first one looks. So for this, I'm going to take a flat brush. Oh, that color is so pretty. Oh, my husband got home quick. They're already back. That is so pretty. I think I'm going to add some of the lighter sparkles and see if that does anything. Kind of like right in this. Oh, that is so pretty. Right in the center. I'm adding more of that lighter sparkle. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Adding both of them added like this dimension to it. Like there's different color sparkles. So I really like that. And then now I'm just going to give it one last blend. I feel like maybe I should have a little bit more of the deeper shade right here. These shadows blend really effortlessly. Now what I like to do when I'm done with my eyeshadow, I always do this all the time. I take a makeup wipe. This is not something that will flatter everyone because we all have different eye shapes. But I noticed that when I follow my eye shape and I let the shadows come down too much, it makes my eyes look kind of like droopy. I like to give myself like a lift up. So I clean it up very much higher than I see a lot of people do, but that's just how I like mine to look. So I'll take the edge of my finger and just run it pretty much from the outer corner to the tail of the brow. And this just gives me like a, so from the outer corner going up. So next I'm going to put on some mascara, which my favorite mascara lately is the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara. Love it so much. But I am going to also apply falsies. But this mascara, if you don't like false lashes, this will give you dramatic lashes. It really makes your natural lashes just really stand out. This is literally just one coat. I'm not going to do a lot because I am putting on lashes, but it gives a really nice, like there's a difference. So for lashes, I'm going to be using the Ardell 421 lashes. This is the Naked lashes. These are some of my favorite lashes because they look very natural, yet they add some drama to the eyes. And when I'm putting false lashes, I like to look down into a mirror. I just feel like that is the easiest way to see what you're doing. You see how that lash just adds drama, but it's not too much. And there is the eye look. I don't do anything to my lower lash until I finish the rest of my face makeup, and I love doing my eyes first because I could clean up any fallout, and I just think it looks very clean and crisp when you do it that way. My favorite way to prep my skin, I always share this with you guys, the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. That's my first step. This exfoliates the skin, gets rid of any dead skin so that your makeup doesn't look patchy or cakey. So I cannot skip this step. Ever since I started doing this, I just have to. And I also clean where I put the concealer on the brows. I like to clean it up so there's no like difference in color. You could get like right in the sides of the nose where I tend to get a little dry, and this just preps the skin really, really nicely. Then I go in with my favorite moisturizer and my favorite eye cream for makeup application. These are from Honest Beauty, and this is the Hydro Gel Cream and the Calm and Renew Melting Eye Balm. I also love Bobbi Brown and Charlotte Tilbury products to prep the skin, so I kind of rotate between those brands. But this moisturizer literally feels like water on the skin. It's so good. It's thin, it's not too thick, but your face feels super moisturized. The makeup goes on top of it so nicely. There is the moisturizer. And then I'm just gonna add some eye cream. And I like to warm this up between my fingers because it is like a balm. So the warmth just makes it spread nicely. One more thing that I want to use in this video, this I'm not used to using, I just want to try it out. This is by In Beauty Project, and this is the face glaze. I think I've tried it maybe once or twice before, but I want to give it some more use because I have not been using this. So it's supposed to give you like a nice radiance to the skin. I think it looks nice. So that's gonna be my primer. I'm not going to put a primer just to see how that reacts with my foundation. So my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. I have it in the shade 6W. And I'm just going to do one pump of that. I'll start off with that first. And I like to dot the foundation in the areas that I want. And then I go in with this Makeup by Mario brush. It's like the foundation brush to blend that out. And this foundation is so nice. It looks like skin. This foundation is so easy to blend out, easy to work with. And I love products like that that are just quick. So here is the before, and then that is after foundation, and one pump is definitely enough for this foundation. I know he did like a challenge to only do one pump. It's definitely super doable. That was one pump, and I still have a tiny bit left on my hand, and you get very good coverage from it. I think if you use too much, it could look way too thick and you risk looking cakey as well. So it's nice to keep a thin layer so that your skin looks like skin while still getting really, really good coverage, because it covered up that breakout beautifully. I would definitely recommend this for dry to normal skin types. If you have oily skin, I am not too sure how you would like it because it does leave like a really nice glow to the skin. So for dry skin, I think it's perfect. And now I'm going to go in with the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer. I had a very hard time with this concealer, but I used it the other day and it looked really nice. But I do one eye at a time because it sets really, really fast. And I only use a little bit. and I go straight into blending it. So if I put it all over my face, by the time I get to the other eye, it starts getting kind of patchy on me and it just looks kind of dry. But if you blend it right away, it has really, really good coverage and it really brightens up the under eye area as well. So next I'm going to go in with some cream bronzer, and this is by Give Beauty, and this is the Pick It Up Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo in the shade Toastin'. So here is the product. You have a cream bronzer and a powder bronzer. I'm going to start off with the nose. And I'm using like a pointy concealer brush. Then I'm going to take this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer brush and I'm going to also put some right here on the forehead. And then I'm also going to do it right here on the cheeks and then kind of blending upward. And blending it into the concealer as well so that there isn't any crazy lines or anything like that. There's that. I'm also going to put a little bit on the underneath the jaw and blending it a little bit down into the neck just so that the makeup looks nice and blended. So there is that step. Next up, I'm going to be adding a little bit of cream blush, and this one is by Say, and it's in the shade, this is the Dew blush in the shade Rosy, because I am going to use the blush inside of this palette, and it is like a rosy blush. I have to be very light-handed with that because it's a deep shade. So first I'm going to apply this blush a little bit on the nose and on the cheeks, and I love to use Huda Beauty Face Cheek Color brush. And this blush is so pretty. Wow, that is so, so pretty. Easy to blend, super dewy. So this is great for dry skin as well. That's so pretty. All right, so now that we have cream contour, cream blush, I am going to set a little bit under the eyes. So I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Labs, and this is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. So good. And I'm going to use a really small brush just to pick some up, and I'm going to make sure there are no creases before I do this step. And I'm just gonna put this right in the areas that I want to set before I go in with a loose powder. And this just blurs. Do you see that? It just blurred everything there and makes your skin look flawless. So you can use this anywhere that you want to set a little bit. I like to keep my skin looking dewy, but then I do like to set in certain places. So now I'm going to go in with the powder bronzer over the cream bronzer with this Hourglass brush. And I like to do everything kind of tapping. So if you go like this, you might rub off your makeup, but if you tap, it's just kind of gonna set everything and set it really nicely and add the color while keeping your skin really, really nice and smooth. This product is so, so good. I have like a pretty big dent in the cream and I really love it because it's travel friendly. You can definitely travel with this, and you have two steps in one. You have your cream contour or bronzer with your powder bronzer. So I really like that. So now I'm gonna go with a very light amount of this blush because I don't want it to be too intense, so I need to be careful. I'm gonna use like a very loose brush, nothing too dense, so that it doesn't pack it on. Actually, you don't have to be too light with this blush. It's not like super duper pigmented, so it blends out really, really nice. Wow, it added like a rosy color to the cheeks. So here is without and here is with. Yeah, I definitely, wow, that's really, really pretty. Okay, so there we have the blush. And I was going to use my Iconic London highlight, but I might as well use the highlight in here so that you guys see how everything... I don't even know if this palette is sold anymore. Let me make sure. Yeah, they still have it available at Sephora. So next I am going to use this Hourglass loose powder. I prefer the mini because I don't like the packaging of the full size. I like to dip my little puff, and the full size has like this really weird packaging, so I prefer the mini. And when I dip it in there, I like to kind of tap once on my hand, and we're gonna put this right here underneath the eyes and on the sides of the nose. And this just helps with your nose contour to really make it look nice. And I'm also going to put some right underneath the bronzer to sharpen it up. And I'm setting around the mouth just to keep all my makeup set around my mouth. I'm not going to put anything on my forehead because I do like to have like that bit of dewy look. And then now I just like to brush off or tap any excess. And I like to really like press it into the face so that there's not like a line left there. So I'm going to take this brown right here on the lower lash line. Next, I'm going to be putting the Makeup by Mario eye pencil. This is my favorite eye pencil. I want to get the black one from his line because I don't have to do too much. Like, I don't have to rub too much. They're pigmented and it doesn't make my eyes sensitive. Very easy to work with. Next, I'm going to put a little bit of the highlight. So I've been liking... This is a Morphe brush M588. It's a really small fan brush, and I like this for highlight because, again, you have a lot of control on where you get your highlight. So you get a really nice glow, but you don't get it all over the place. Just like that. Really, really pretty. And also, I'm going to put some on the tip of the nose and right on the bridge, and then a little bit right on top of the brows. Good makeup day. Good makeup day. So a lot of the products are from this palette for this video, so that's awesome. This is great to travel. So I'm going to use a little bit of this Rare Beauty Always an Optimist 4-in-1 mist, and then we're gonna do our lips. I don't even know what we're doing for our lips, but I'm trying to finish this off because I only have a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do Makeup by Mario lip pencil in Travis. And I do like to set my lips with some leftover powder before I line. And then I'm going to use a Makeup by Mario Ultra Suede Cozy Lip Cream in the shade Nude Suede. We are done. What do you guys think of this look? I really, really like it a lot. My face looks really smooth, even though I do have my little breakout going on. So yeah, I really, really like it. Oh, I forgot one thing. I forgot one thing. Lower lash mascara. This is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. I put this after I put setting spray so that I don't accidentally get mascara everywhere. And this mascara will not flake, will not come off throughout the day. It's been my favorites for probably like 4 or 5 years. Now we're done. All right, so there is the makeup. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm so happy I got to do a talkative get ready with me. I love it. If you guys like it, I will try and do more of them more often. Let me know what you think of it. Comment down below anything that you want to let me know. I am so happy to chat with you guys. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.